Hi, welcome to the Abyss Tarot T.A.T. Today's pick a card is going to be, would it be a trick or a treat to see or talk to this person again? So this reading is a little bit more directed towards like a love reading, romance, that type of thing. Maybe somebody that you were dating, maybe somebody that you were talking to and stopped talking to them. It didn't go any further than talking, or maybe you went on one date with them, or you broke up with them after a long relationship, whatever it was. This is what would it be, to see them again? Would it be a trick or a treat? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the piles. So for pile one, we have good old Charlie Brown. Okay, pile one is good old Charlie Brown. Oh, pile two, we have Snoopy. Okay, pile two, we have Snoopy. Pile three, we have Lucy. There we go. Pile three, we have Lucy. And pile four, we have Linus. Pile four, we have Linus. Okay, so go ahead, take a look at the piles. If you feel called to pick more than one pile, because it might have more than one person on your mind, go right ahead. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number one, good old Charlie Brown, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with water. So you could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? We know that Charlie Brown is a Scorpio, so that's why I've associated this pile with water. So either you're a water sign, or the person that you're thinking about could be a water sign, or you could have that somewhere in your chart, or that could be the energy of emotions, right? But let's go ahead and take a look and see if this would be a trick or treat to see or speak to this person again. Okay, so we have the 10 of diamonds. Nice. Okay. We have Linus here. We have the 9 of diamonds. Okay. We have Snoopy. We have 10, 9 diamonds. And you're kidding me. We have the 8 of hearts. Okay. 10, 9, 8. Okay. We have 10, 9, 8. So it's like the numbers are in order, but in backwards. It does look like this would be a nice treat to see this person. They could be an earth sign too, since we have so much earth here, and we do have water with the hearts, with the 8 of hearts. But I'm getting that either you or this person walked away. One second, please. Okay, hi. Sorry about that. There was somebody at the door, and I hope there's no more interruptions. And I'm sorry if you hear like the ice cream trucks passing by. There's a lot of ice cream trucks passing by today, so you might hear the music. It's almost 100 degrees today here where I'm at, so it's very, very hot. So there's a lot of ice cream trucks. They're like in rotation right now. There's a lot. So sorry if you hear all the ice cream truck noise right now. But back to your reading. Here we do have the 8, the 9, and the 10, or 10, the 9, and the 8. The three cards, it's like they came out aligned, right? So it's like there's steps, there's elevation, but also, like I said, they came out backwards, 10, 9, 8. So it's kind of like we're going backwards. But I think to see this person or talk to this person would be a treat. I'm getting that would be a treat. It would be a positive thing to see them or talk to them again. I feel like this person is single. I feel like this person isn't partnered up right now. So I do feel like there be an interest in connecting or getting reacquainted, that type of energy, and maybe building again, because we do have the 10 of diamonds as the first card. So it's like maybe this person would have an interest in building something, because like I said, I do feel that they are single at the moment. There's almost like single and ready to mingle type energy. But we do have the 8 of hearts here, and so there is a walking away. Like I said, this person might have walked away from you. Here it is, Linus writing to the Great Pumpkin. So he is writing, so he is sending communication to the Great Pumpkin. So like I said, I feel like this person, it would be a treat, because this person would want to communicate with you. It says, "Dear Great Pumpkin, I am looking forward to your arrival on Halloween night." Look at that. He's writing, "I am looking forward to your arrival on Halloween night." So maybe, yeah, maybe the Halloween night would be a nice treat, right, to see this person. But how it says looking forward to your arrival, this person, I feel like they would be, you know, looking forward to seeing you again, to interacting with you again, to conversating, whatever. So I do feel like this would be a nice treat here. Um, let me pull some cards. Let me pull some tarot from the Peanuts gang. I don't want to make this reading too long, but like I said, I do feel um like this person would want to see you. It'd be nice. I do feel like they think about you from time to time, because we do have Snoopy here on the 9 of Diamonds. He's on his house and he's pretending he's flying a plane. So it's, I do feel like this person pretends like they go see you, or they interact with you, or they talk to you, but I do feel like they think about communication with you. And he does have his scarf on, you know, he is wearing his scarf, so the throat. So I do feel like, look at that, 2 of Cups. Are you kidding me? It's that water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I do feel like they would really want to connect with you. You know, this is the card of like kindred spirits, kind of soulmate type energy. So definitely like somebody that you vibe with. So this is definitely a person that you vibe with. They vibe with you, and they would definitely want to, you know, to interact with you again. I do definitely see this as a treat, not a trick, but a treat. Oh, okay. We have the 6 of Swords in the reverse. So somebody hasn't been able to move forward, to move on, even though somebody did walk away. You could have walked away and they haven't moved on, or vice versa, right? But it's like somebody hasn't moved on. And like I said, I feel like this person is single, so maybe they're the ones that haven't moved on. Maybe you're the one that left them behind, and they're looking forward to wanting to talk to you or see you, because they haven't moved on. Let me get one more. Whoa, and the World in the reverse. Are you kidding me? They have not moved on. This is not over, is what I'm seeing here. Like, this is something that's not over, or this person would not want it to be over, or you wouldn't want it to be over. But I do see a continuous here, almost like we're taking it to part 2. You know, with the World in the reverse, it's almost like the book, you know, we didn't finish reading the entire book, so we're not going to close it yet, because there's still like some chapters that we have left here. So I do see that. Okay. um this is my homemade colors deck, and I kind of didn't want to take it out, because my friend Raya, you know, from Vibe About It, check out her decks, they're beautiful. But she's told me like she doesn't really like when I use my decks in the videos that are homemade, because I haven't got them like printed out yet. And she says she worries of like somebody like stealing my decks and printing them out for themselves with their name. So it has made me kind of be like, should I even do it? But I've seen my girl Griselle on Tough Doll Tarot use her color cards. So she has like this deck that she bought, and they're like all these just colors, and I love it because I love using colors also. So I'm going to go ahead and bust out my homemade deck, but I am going to get it printed out, so nobody out there think they're going to steal it from me or copy my design, my idea from it or whatever, because your girl is getting it printed out. Okay, as soon as I get some of that money, we're going to get it printed. Okay, but let's go ahead. Let's get some colors here and get some messages. Okay, so would this be a trick or treat for pile 1 to see this person again? I feel like this person has a sense of humor that's a little bit, I don't know. I feel like not everybody would vibe with this person's sense of humor, and I think you do. And so they like that about you, because I feel like this person, some people might get like offended or be like, well, what do you mean? You know, but the person might just be joking, but people might not take it that way. So I feel like this person's sense of humor is a little bit, you know, but I feel like you get it. And so they would really like to talk to you, because they know that you get how they are. Okay. Ooh, these cards. Okay, would this be a trick or a treat? Let me get 3, please. I don't want this reading to go on too long. I just want it to be simple and quick. Too many cards. I'm only take the top card. Okay, Toys in the Attic, Sepia. Memories stored and preserved. Look at that. Toys in the Attic, Sepia. Memories stored and preserved. 16 breaking down to a 7. This person has very strong emotions about you. And yes, they got those toys in the attic, those memories that are stored. There's preserved, you know, preserved memories here that they have about you. They definitely do think about you. Like I said here, oh, and I put it right under Snoopy. And like I said, here with the Snoopy card, I feel like they think about you. They think of like interacting with you. Okay, we have 206 breaking down to an 8. Cry me a river blue. Heartbreak, depression, and loss. Look at that. Oh, this person had some sadness here with you, not talking to them. This person would definitely have some joy if you were to talk to them again. Okay, we have 169. You make my brown eyes blue. Sadness, despondency, and grief. And what does Charlie Brown always say? Oh my gosh, good grief, good grief. And then what does Lucy always say? Good grief, Charlie Brown. You know, oh my gosh, you make my brown eyes blue. Cry me a river blue. Okay, and toys in the attic, Sephia. Memories. Okay, stored, preserved. Cry me a river blue. Heartbreak, depression, and loss. You make my brown eyes blue. Sadness, despondency, and grief. What I tell you, you broke this Charlie Brown person's heart. Oh my goodness, you broke their widow heart. And so yeah, so this isn't over with them. So they really are hoping for a next chapter is what I'm seeing here. So that is the reading that I have for you here. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 2, Snoopy here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with air. So you could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or the person you are thinking about, if it would be a trick or treat to see them, could be an air sign, okay? But let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. I'm going to try to make the reading short. I don't want the reading to go on too long, okay? Okay, so we have the Ace of Hearts in the reverse. We have the 5 of Spades in the reverse, okay. And we have the 8 of, what is this? I'm like trying to see if it's in the reverse. He's just laying on the ground. We have the 8 of Cloves in the upright, okay. So what I'm seeing here, this would be a trick, okay? This would not be a treat. I feel like there's no connection here, no emotional connection with this person anymore. Here with the 5 of Spades right in the middle of these two cards, I feel like this person was deceptive with you. Like they could have been sneaky or sneaking around, or if they were talking to you, they were probably talking to somebody else, or they had a list of people they were talking to. But I feel like this is somebody that's kind of like, there's no love lost here with them. Okay, I do feel like this person, you definitely feel air vibes from them, and it is 5 of Spades. Like I said, this is what I'm kind of feeling mostly here. This card right down in the middle. And the 5 of Spades is air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I do feel like this person, they're they're like whatever, they moved on. I feel like they've put this behind them. So seeing them wouldn't be a treat, it'd be just a trick. Um, and here I feel like if they were to see you, I feel like they would hide from you, because I was like, what is this? Like, it's Snoopy, but he's on the ground. He's like hiding underneath the pumpkin patches. I'm like, what is he doing? And then here we have like the moon being hidden by clouds. So I feel like almost, and I have done this reading before too, where the person would like hide or something. And that's what I'm kind of feeling here. If this person was to see you, they would almost like hide. This is somebody very deceptive. I feel like this is somebody that has very deceptive energy. I feel almost like if they talk to you, it would be like to come to your house and be like, give me back my stuff, or give me back my sweater, or give me back my bracelet. You know what I mean? It would be something like that. It would be like to ask you for something that I feel like they claim as theirs. And since it is Snoopy the dog, they'd probably come to your house and be like, give me my dog, if you shared a dog with them or something. But I do feel like with this person, there's just no, there's no love here. It would definitely be a trick. But okay, so let's go ahead and get some more cards just to get a little bit more of this energy. But I do feel like this is somebody that hid a lot of things from you. If you were in a relationship with them, it's almost like they were in a relationship with other people, or they had side people, or they would just lie to you a lot about where their whereabouts would be. You know what I mean? Like if they said, I'm going to go here, they wouldn't really be there. Like there's just a lot of deception here from this person is what I feel. Emotional manipulation too is what I'm getting. So it would definitely be a trick. Okay, and look at that. And here we have Snoopy on top of his house. We have the Chariot here. Okay, that is Cancer energy. This is moving on. Yeah, definitely moving on. Yeah. No treats here with this person. It's just tricks. This person might be a trick. This person might be a trick or like tricks. Silly wabbit. Tricks are for kids. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. This is somebody that always talked like a big game, or they're like a dreamer. I feel like this person has like a dreamer energy, or they just talk this big game of illusions and, oh, I want this, or we're gonna have this, or we're like they talked about like building and like building a life, you know. But I feel like it was just a like I don't know, like talking a big game. But I do feel like they're very much a dreamer, very much like an illusions, almost like Seven of Cups energy, which is Pisces energy. Okay, let's see. And the Chariot is about moving on, but this could also be a car. Maybe this person drives fast, and it is air element. They are the fastest drivers. So maybe this person drives really fast, or they have a fast car that they like to show off. Because right here, he's like driving his house. He's always doing that, right? He always gets on top of his house and pretends he's driving. So this person might be a fast driver, or or have a like a fast car. They have a flashy car. Let's see. Which way did it come out? It was kind of like sideways when it fell. So we have the Knight of Spades, kind of sideways. So it's not up, it's not down, but it's kind of a block. So yeah, so spades again, right? We have spades here and we have spades here. And it is Snoopy again on his house, but this time he has a shovel. So definitely this person, they just like to talk. They like to talk this big game, or they almost like they want to say what you want to hear type of type of energy. But it's basically they're just a crap talker. They just they like to BS. It makes them feel good, I guess. All right, one more please. One more. Yeah, this person has a large ego too, is what I'm getting. Oh, and you know what? He's a Bigo. What is it? Snoopy. He's a Bigo. But I was looking at this card and I'm like, this person has a large ego. And then, oh, Snoopy's a Bigo. Yeah, this person has a large ego. Okay, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Fire element, Aries, Leo, Sag. It is in the reverse. It is the happy home. It is what they call it, like the 1111 card, the wish, like your wish is coming true card, right? You make a wish on 1111, but it's in the reverse. So again, it's like the things that this person promised didn't come to pass because again, they were just full of it. There was probably a lot of fighting. If you did live with this person, again, there was a separation, a lot of fighting, not getting along, maybe a divorce, even if you were married to them. And like I said, it almost seems like if they would want to talk to you, it would just be to like come to your house. And here we do have, speaking of house, right? They would just want to come to your house and be like, give me my TV, give me my dog, give me my stuff. So it wouldn't be good. This is a trick. Pile 2 is a trick, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get some cards from my Colors homemade deck, which I am having printed, okay? So nobody can steal my deck from me or steal my idea. This is these are colors because I love working with colors too. So I made this homemade deck that I want to get printed soon. As soon as your girl gets some money, this deck is going to be printed, okay? All right, so let's go see. So the first card we have is 18, breaking down to a 9. 9 is the number of completion. Yeah, this is over. Okay, so we have the Midas Touch Gold, prestige, abundance, and notoriety. Okay, so again, this person, they like to talk a big game. Midas Touch Gold, prestige, abundance, and notoriety. And again, like I said, this person might have like a flashy car that they like to show off, Okay. Pile 2. Is it a trick or a treat? Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? My cigars from Santa Muerte, they came forward. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Definitely Santa Muerte's like, let this go. you know. This person blows a lot of smoke too, because it's the cigars, right? You blow smoke with the cigar. So they're like, this is somebody that blows a lot of smoke too, is what I'm getting. Ooh, this card. And we have number 70, breaking down to a 7. Gonna shake your Tree peach. Okay, gonna shake your tree peach. Seduce, entice, and beguile. Ooh, gonna shake your tree peach. Okay, and it's that song that goes about like I'm a joker, isn't it? I'm a toker. I'm a midnight drunk. Or is it the same? Or is that a different song? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna no, that's a different song, right? About shaking your peaches, shaking your tree, whatever. I don't know, but this person, they said they were gonna shake your peaches, shake your peach tree, seduce, entice, and beguile. That's all this person did. Basically, they were just talking this game to seduce you and seduce people. Ooh, too many. Ay, oh my gosh, too many. Okay, all right, one more, please. All right. And we have 166. Witch's Way Violet. Conjure or bewitched. Spell. Okay? Conjure, bewitched, or spell. Witch's Way Violet. Witch's Way Violet. Conjure, bewitched, and spell. I do feel again bewitched and spell. It also makes me feel like this person has a way with their words. Witch's way, like the witch's way. I feel like this person definitely has a way about them to kind of get people and like seduce them with their words, because this person again, they're just talk. They they probably have the gift of the gab. Again, air sign, right? They have that Midas touch gold to just like talk. Their words are probably like gold, right? But that's not what they end up giving you. All right, pile two, that's all I have for you. It would be a trick. Okay, I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number three, Lucy here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with fire. So you could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or the person you were thinking about, if it would be a trick or treat to see them, they might be one of these fire signs, okay? But let's go ahead and take a look at your cards and see. I'm going to try to just do this be a quick reading. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cloves in the reverse, okay? We have the Queen of Diamonds in the reverse. Oh, okay. And then we have the Queen of Hearts. Wow, okay. It's almost like we have three people here. Three different people all in one. This is somebody that I could have put you in a third party situation. With the Knight of Cloves in the reverse, this is somebody who, they F boy, F girl energy, okay? Hit it and quit it type energy. And then we do have the Queen of Diamonds in the reverse. And then we do have the Queen of Hearts. Okay, this could be even like a same sex relationship, or it could be a relationship where again they put you in the third party with someone else. But yeah, we do have this other queen here in the middle of the Knight and the Queen of Hearts. Okay, so this would definitely be a trick. I wouldn't say it's a treat. I would say this is a trick, because this is somebody that has that player energy, right? They have that player energy to have people in third party situations. Or maybe this person had feelings for you and feelings for another person. It's kind of like, well, which one, which one? Um, but I also get this person is selfish. So this person, they're too much into themselves to really just focus on that one person. So that's probably why there's two queens here. Because, it's almost like they couldn't decide. And again, that's a selfish reason to not be able to decide, right? We do have Lucy and Linus here in the pumpkin patch, and it is in the reverse. So I definitely do feel like there was problems here with this person. Um, Problems with communication too. Almost to where like somebody was shut off, or somebody would shut off their phone is what I'm also getting, okay? And then we have the Queen of Hearts here with all these ghosts. So this person definitely has a lot of ghosts, a lot of skeletons. I mean, this is a lot of ghosts here. So again, this is somebody that you probably wouldn't be able to trust this person is what I'm getting. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like you probably put up with a lot from this person. You probably put up with a lot, maybe a lot of like seeing them flirt with other people or message other people online, or it's something like that, to where it was like, what are you doing? And it is three, the number three, pile three, and again gives that third party energy. But I feel like this is somebody that likes to flirt with other people, or mess with other people. It's definitely a player type energy, whether it's feminine or masculine. It's a player type energy this person has. So I would definitely say it's a trick. Okay, it's a trick. It's a trick here. Um, I also feel like this person might not even have money. Okay, like my girl Letty, okay, from this beautiful place tarot, check her channel out. She calls these people dusties. So this person might even be a dusty. This person might even be a dusty. Might even be like somebody that uses people for money, right? Or goes out with people so they can buy them things and give them money. Hmm, it's definitely a trick. Okay. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and get 3 cards from the Peanuts Gang Tarot. Oh, let's see if I can. All right, let's get 3. Pile 3. Would it be a trick or treat? I don't know why I'm getting this person has kind of like back issues, or almost like they look like they have a hunchback, or maybe they're going to get one. But I feel like this person might have back issues, but I'm also kind of getting like hunchback. I don't know. All right, and we have the 7 of bats, the 7 of wands in the reverse, right underneath the knight. This is somebody very defensive. This is somebody that does stuff, and then you ask them like, "What are you doing?" or "Why are you messaging that person?" And then they get very defensive about it. This is somebody very defensive, and it's almost like they're always ready with a response because they know what they're doing is basically like sneaky behavior. So they know that they're going to have some type of backup for it. You know what I mean? Some type of backup line or lie for it. But I do feel like seeing this person again or talking to them again would be like a very defensive energy from them. They would almost be like, well, what do you want? Or why do you want to talk to me? Or why do you want to see me? Like this person, I don't feel like it'd be pleasant with them, honestly. I feel like there might be even in like an argument. If you were to see or talk to this person again, there would probably be an argument. Okay. Ooh. And we have the Knight of Spades. Wow. Okay. So we have another knight here. There's a lot of people. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot of people in this one reading. Like there's a lot of players in this game, right? And again, it's like player energy from this person. Okay, one more, please. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, there it is. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Oh, and like I said, they're probably a dusty that doesn't have money, and they like to use people for money. Look, maybe they were using you, or maybe they wanted something from you to take from you. Look at that. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And then we have Death on the bottom, but it's in the reverse, Scorpio energy. So this person isn't changing. They're who they are, they're how they are, and that's how they'll always be. This isn't somebody like you can get to change or somebody else is going to change them. This is somebody that would have to basically change because they want to, but I don't see this person wanting to. This person's energy, that's just how they are, it's who they are. I feel like this person does like to dress good. They like to be dressed nice. They like to look good. They like to smell good. But again, they might just be a dusty, just pretending they're a King of Pentacles, right? But they like the look. They like to look the part of the King of Pentacles. All right, let's go ahead and get you some cards from my homemade colors deck here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you 3 cards and see what we get. Is this person a trick or a treat? I am going to get this deck printed, okay, hopefully soon. As soon as I get some money for it, I'm going to get this deck printed out, and then it will be available. Okay. Okay. Is this person a trick or treat? Pile number 3. Okay, we have 109. Frankenstein face green. Injustice, judgment, and rejection. Okay, we have 109 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1. Frankenstein face. This person might have a Frankenstein face. Frankenstein face green. Injustice, judgment, and rejection. Okay. There's definitely injustice here with this person, what they do, how they act, but judgment will be on them. And this rejection, maybe they give you a rejection, right? But this rejection is actually, a redirection and a blessing for you to have been rejected by them. Okay. Let me get two more, please. Two more. Oh, okay. Just take the top one. Let's see. We have 72 breaking up to a 9. Gel stripes, black and white. Okay. We have the color gel stripes, black and white. Karma, judgment, and blame. Oh my gosh, we have judgment twice. Look at that. Judgment and judgment here in the gel stripes, black and white. This person might be going to jail, or they might have been somebody that was like a jailbird type, you know? Karma, justice and blame, injustice, just judgment and rejection. Look at that. We have Frankenstein green and gel stripes black and white. Wow, let me get one more, please. This person, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't trust them. Okay. Oh, okay. We have 182, breaking down to an 11, breaking down to a 2. Prudent, purple, careful, vigilant, and tactful. Yeah, exactly. That's for you. Prudent, purple, careful, be vigilant, and tactful with this person. This is not somebody you want to interact with. Okay? Be vigilant, karma, judgment, injustice. Yeah, this person is definitely going to get their up and comings. They are definitely going to get their up and comings if they're not getting them now already. Maybe they're already receiving them, because I'm also feeling stress. I'm feeling almost like an anxiety from this pile, from this person. I'm almost feeling an anxiousness. So, maybe they know what they've done. Maybe they've messed with other people or messed with the wrong people or something, right? But something's going on with this person, because I am feeling anxiety. But yeah, definitely a trick, not a treat here. Let me get one more. Let me get one more, please. One more. Okay, there it is. What do we have? We have lemon tree yellow, confidence, fun, and enthusiasm. Okay. And it is 9, the number completion. Lemon tree yellow, confidence, fun, and enthusiasm. And I feel like this is your energy. This last card here, because this is for this person's reading, but I pulled one last card. And lemon tree yellow is your energy. This is your color, okay? Confidence, fun, and enthusiasm. So again, it's like moving on, treating yourself and treating yourself right, because this person was a trick. This would definitely be a trick to see this person again or talk to them again. Like I said, I feel like it would be an argument actually. So definitely no here. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 4, Linus, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with earth. So you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or the person you are asking about could be one of these earth signs. Okay. Um, let's go ahead and see if this would be a trick or a treat to see this person. Okay, so we have the page of wands here. Okay. We have the 2 of diamonds. Okay. And we have the 9 of clubs. Okay. So with this person, I'm getting that it wouldn't be a trick. It wouldn't be a treat either. It just, I don't know. Because I feel like this person has a lot of things going on right now. They might be very busy in their life right now. So they might say it's nice to see you, right? It might be a treat, but again, I feel like this person is like doing a lot of things. They're probably working really hard too. They probably are working a lot. So they probably wouldn't really have time like to interact or be with you or see you or talk to you, that type of thing. When I was shuffling the tarot deck, this deck of cards right now, when I was shuffling it, because I used it for all the other piles. So when I used it after pile 3, I started shuffling just so I could put it away and have it here ready for you. And as I was shuffling it, all the cards just started flying out, and the devil card was here, and it knocked down everything over here. It knocked down Kalima, actually. It knocked down Kalima's card. So, and it was the devil. And then I put all the cards back. I cleaned everything up, and I started shuffling again, and the devil came out again. I started shuffling again, and the devil came out again. So the devil is Capricorn energy, Earth. But the devil could be somebody that works a lot. Maybe they're like a workaholic. And like I said, I kind of feel that here. This person might be a workaholic. So, they really wouldn't have too much time, because they would have to juggle you and into their schedule or into their life or whatever they're doing. It'd just be like a juggling, and you just be kind of put on a list for them of like, what's next, or what do I do next? Okay, talk to pile 4 is on the list. Let me talk to them. So it wouldn't really be that type of connection. You know what I mean? And we do have the apple here. Kind of makes me think of teacher student type thing too, where it's kind of like there's a lesson, but I mean, did you learn it? Did they learn it? There's like a lesson in this connection, but other than that, I don't see it as a romantic connection. There's more of a lesson in the connection. And then here with this nine of clubs here, this person could be going through some challenges, even physical challenges right now. But like I said, their challenges might just be time. They're very pressed for time, is what I'm getting. So it wouldn't, it just, you know, I feel like this person doesn't even have time to sleep either. They might not even have time to sleep. Maybe they're up at night. Maybe they're a night owl. Or maybe there's somebody that works at night, so they have to sleep during the day or something. But I feel like this person doesn't even sleep that much either. And with the devil, with the devil coming out, the devil is toxic, or sometimes the connection is toxic, right? Sometimes we're with somebody just because we have like some type of trauma bond with them, or because it's been a lot of years and things like that, but it's not really like a loving connection, it's just a connection of convenience, I guess. Connection of convenience, yeah, you could say. So it seems like it would be something like that, or it was like that, a connection of convenience. So talking to this person or seeing this person again, it just wouldn't, but let's go ahead and get some tarot cards here. Hopefully the devil doesn't come shooting out again. Okay. Pile number 4. Okay. And we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. And we have the star. Interesting. So we do have water here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we have the star Aquarius, who is the water bearer. Okay. So they're not a water sign. They're an air sign, but they are the water bearer. And we do have all this water here. But the cups are all in the reverse. So there is a walking away, but a difficulty walking away, because again, it seems like we were connected through something. We were connected maybe through a trauma. Maybe we went through a difficult situation together. You know what I mean? So there's something there where there's like a connection that you have, because at the time you went through something together that you didn't experience with someone else. Like somebody else didn't have that experience with you. It was the two of you that had this situation happen to you guys, whatever that was. So there, like I was saying, maybe like a trauma bond or something like that. But other than that, um, I do feel like this person is moving on to try to find something else, or try to find themselves. I heard they're trying to find themselves, or yeah, probably with the star card, they're trying to find like a better life or a better situation. Maybe that's why they're working so hard. Maybe that's why they're just so focused on work here. Let me get one more, please. I don't know why we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, it is Earth. We'll talk about that right now. But I don't know why, but with this card, I'm feeling like almost like running into like two old men running. I'm getting kind of like the vibe of like two old men running into each other, haven't seen each other in years, but they were like in the military together, and like, hey, how you been, Bob? Oh, well, I've been doing all right. How about you? Like, yeah, me too. Got a house, kids, grandkids. Like, I feel like that type of energy with this person and you connecting again, it would be very like, it's not a trick, it's not a treat, it's just, hey, how you been? Yeah, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Almost like two old men that haven't seen each other since the war. Like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. We have the King of Spades on the bottom. He's in the reverse. Okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles here as the last card. It's also in the reverse. Like I said, I feel like two old men. And the kings here, these could be like two old men here, and it's in the reverse. So we do, this is like older people. But anyways, so like I said, I don't feel it would be a trick. I don't feel it would be a treat. It would be a whatever, but that's because we share some type of history. Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? We share some type of history. We share some type of past. What the heck was that? Did you hear it? I'm gonna have to check right now. But anyways, this person could be having money troubles too. Maybe that's why, again, why they're working so much, why they're focused on getting that coin, because they're trying to get that money. That's where their focus is. Their focus is on the bag and not the feelings right now, or not the connections and that type of thing. This person is focused on the bag right now. Like I said, that could be a good thing, that they're focusing on bettering themselves, bettering their life, getting to a better situation. So again, not a trick, not a treat. It's just. Well, let's go ahead and get some cards here for my colors deck and see what we get. Hopefully, I am going to get this deck published soon, as soon as I have some money for it. Okay, but let's see. Let's get you 3. Ooh, okay. All right, what is this? We have 106 breaking down to a 7. Box of matches, reddish orange. Okay, passionate, self-sufficient, and unconstrained. Okay, so passionate, self-sufficient, and unconstrained. Exactly what I feel this person's energy is right now. Box of matches, reddish orange. They're passionate about getting this bag. They're passionate about moving forward and getting that coin. Self-sufficient. They're passionate about being self-sufficient. Mm. But I do feel the past with you was something like difficult, because again there was difficult to walk away because you went through something together, right? Okay. Okay, we have 17, breaking down to an 8. Rock in the River Gray, flow, connection, and healing. Wow, I like this one. Rock in the River Gray, flow, connection, and healing. 17, breaking down to an 8. This person is working on healing, on their connection, on their flow, and just kind of going with it, right? And it is 17. Oh, and I'm putting it right underneath the star, which the star is number 17. Wow. Okay, the star is also about healing. And here we have it. Rock in the River Gray, flow, connection, and healing. Okay. Wow. 17 could be a significance to you. Maybe the 17th was like your anniversary or their birthday or your birthday. Something here with the number 17. This one, okay. All right, we have That's Not Very Cash Money of You, green, miser, greed, and strains. 205 breaking down to 7. Look at that. That's Not Very Cash Money of You, green, and it's underneath the King of Pentacles in the reverse. What I tell you about this person having money struggles, and they're just focusing on the bag. They're focusing on working really hard so they can get that money. Miser, greed, and strains. They might have financial strains. That's not very cash money of you, green, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. What did I tell you? Yeah, this person's having money troubles right now, so they're just focusing on work. Okay, let me get one more. Let me get one. Oh, there's too many. Let me get one more. Okay, let's see. We have 31 breaking down to a 4. We have Rudolph the Reindeer Red, standout, leadership, perseverance. Look at that. Okay, this person is definitely trying to stand out. Leadership and perseverance, connecting, healing. So even, even with this person having like a very busy schedule, like work related stuff, I mean, like I said, seeing them wouldn't be so much a trick. It wouldn't be so much a treat either. But if you were willing to, like I said, this person would probably put you on the list and be like, let me call pile 4 at 12 o'clock on my lunch break, then I'll talk to them. If you're willing to do that, then fine, good, go with it. If not, then you also need to go on and go with the flow, because I do feel like this person right now has a busy schedule, but I do feel like this person is moving towards better things, to healing, to connecting. Maybe later you can connect with them, or maybe connect with them now, right? Because, if you're, like I said, if you're willing to kind of work with what they're going through and what they're doing, while they get that bag, then hey, go for it. If not, then, you move on and go to another connection. But that's what I feel here with Rudolph the Reindeer Red. Standout, leadership, and perseverance. Okay, so they're pushing through. All right. All right. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.